Should you let your book agent negotiate your book contract with a traditional publisher? You're probably thinking, Cam, isn't that their job? No. Your agent's job is to get you a book deal. It's not to negotiate your contract. And oftentimes that will be part of what they do, but you have to remember that your agent is not a lawyer. They do not know the law. They do not know how to read through contracts, even if they've done a bunch of contracts before. So have I, and I'm not a lawyer. I'm still learning things, and I always work with a lawyer, and you should be too, because anything you sign is a legally binding agreement. You could be signing away things that you don't want to sign away your rights to. You could be getting into a bad contract if you don't have a lawyer, a professional lawyer looking it over who is aware of the entertainment and the publishing space, not just any lawyer. Your agent, although they've gone through a lot of these contracts, they've negotiated some of these things, they're not lawyers. They don't understand the law, even if they are really, really good at it. I'm really, really good at it. I'm still not qualified to be doing this for myself or for other people entirely on my own. You always want to have a lawyer because a lawyer is the only person on your team who's solely there for you. Remember, your agent has skin in the game. Your agent, if they are the ones negotiating your contract and there's no lawyer involved and they're the ones negotiating, your agent very well may make concessions on your contract to ensure that they get future contracts with upcoming clients. You're not the only one they're here to support. They're here to support everyone on their roster and the people they're going to bring in next. They have to remember their meal ticket is coming up. They are making money off of you, but when they're done with you, they're going to need somebody else, and they're going to work with these different publishers with some concessions so that they ensure a good relationship for the future. They will sacrifice some things for the overall good of their business, and that may not work on your behalf. So you need to have somebody who is solely and completely in your corner. That is your lawyer. Now, we've talked about how to work with lawyers before. We have a lawyer on the show all the time. If you got questions, drop those. But you want to make sure that you're finding yourself a good lawyer. And not all of the lawyers are going to be really expensive. A lot of them will work on sliding scales depending on the size of your contract. So if you're working with a tiny publisher, they'll make a small percentage. If you're working with a big publisher, you're getting a huge advance, they're going to get a bigger chunk of it, but they're also going to be there to protect you more. So you have to really do your research on finding a good lawyer. We've got lots of videos on that. We will have them in the playlist here on the channel, but you cannot solely rely on your agent for this because they are legally, they cannot be negotiating your contract. If you just let them negotiate it and you sign it, you're on your own, baby, because you trusted a non-professional to do your book contract. And like I said, they still have skin in the game. The only person who doesn't have skin in the game with this is your lawyer. They're here just to support you. That is their sole job in this. So should you allow your agent to negotiate your book contract? In part, sure, because they understand the working relationship and what they've seen in other contracts from that publisher. But as a whole, absolutely not. You should run. If they are upset about you getting a lawyer, that's not a healthy relationship for you to be in. You need to get out of there. But you need to make sure you've got somebody on your side who understands the legal side of things, who can guide you through the contract and negotiate on your behalf. Especially if you have somebody in the publishing space, a publishing lawyer will know the ins and outs of working with a lot of the different publishers. Let me tell you a story. Back when I was first starting my author career, I had a lot of different publishers want to buy some of my books. I entertained a conversation with one of those publishers and I saw red flags. But it was a really good publisher and I wanted somebody to validate my feelings on the red flags I had seen during the phone call with this person. So I went to my publishing lawyer. She'd been in the space for a very long time. And she could not tell me what it was, but she said, Cam, I can't tell you what's going on behind the scenes, but I know things and I know you should not be signing this. I would never recommend you sign with this publisher for reasons I can't disclose to you. Meaning she had been through working with this publisher with other clients. She knew the behind the scenes. She knew what was going on and she couldn't legally tell me because she was protecting her clients. But she also made sure she protected me, even though she couldn't give me the details. And I trusted her enough because I had been working with her for a long time to know that if she said, Cam, you need to not sign this, that was a contract, no matter what advance I was getting, I would not be signing that because she knew the behind the scenes. And you know what? Not too long after I turned that contract down, it came out that they were doing some really, really, really bad things. We've talked a bit about it in some of my live streams, but really bad stuff came out about it. And she knew, even though I didn't. And so your lawyer will protect you. Your lawyer will know where to negotiate, where to ask for more money, where to limit the rights, where to ask for more rights, where to ask for more leeway, where to get specific things written into the contracts that aren't standard boilerplate template contracts that they use. Oftentimes the publisher will, and always the publisher's contract will be in favor of the publisher over the author. And so going in and redlining it and adding some different things in will help to protect you and give you more rights and give you more freedom and give you more ability to make money, to make decisions, to shop your book around to different places in terms of like movie deals and TV deals and things like that. Your lawyer is going to be the one to be able to get you in on that. Your agent is not. Your agent has skin in the game. Your lawyer does not. You and I are not qualified to be doing legal things on our own. So always get yourself that lawyer. Do not trust your agent to be the one to solely negotiate. Allow them to be a part of the team that's negotiating, but the end all be all is going to be your lawyer on this one, and make sure you're safe and legally protected when it comes to signing any contract in this space. Always have legal representation in this because it is literally the fate of your book and the fate of your entire career that you could be messing up if you do not do this correctly. I've seen far too many authors go through this in a way that has destroyed their books and some of them their entire careers. So don't be that person. Questions, let's go ahead and drop it down below. We love agents. We love working with agents, but we want to make sure that everybody's staying in their own lane with what they are legally allowed to be doing on your behalf and making sure that everybody is winning in these situations. We are dropping videos every single day to help you navigate the world of your publishing, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this your most profitable year ever so you can thrive in this space while living in your best life and living out your author dreams. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.